I got saved, I had a woman come to my house. She walked in, she looked around, and I had all kinds of things from my past I didn't know. I had hands made out of pure silver that were used at satanic rituals. I didn't know that I used for tapper candles for certain spells. I had cobra candles. Richard and I had our spirits written on pewter dishes and stuff, and very expensive stuff Richard's mother had bought for us when I was in the occult. Really, she just went out and bought the stuff. Well, this woman walked in and she looked around and she said, now innocent stuff like a pewter cup with my name on it, with the name of my spirit guide, so-called, on it, and my astrological sign. You wouldn't think anything was wrong with that. It was just a pewter cup. But she said to me, why do you have this in your house? What are you going to do with this? I said, I don't know. Is there anything wrong with it? She said, Carol, why would you want any of that in your house? Garbage bag, man. I just garbage bagged it all. I'll bet you Richard and I threw out hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Because I'm going to tell you something. Ain't no money, ain't no price tag that's going to let the devil in my house, period. I don't care how long it's been in the family. Now, when I was involved in witchcraft, many times, just to solid this up, many times an object would either be spoken over, it would have a significant value. If you could get it from a certain place, always little objects, pictures and things that you think are totally innocent seem to be intriguing. So I would collect them. And many people who practice the arts like me would do the same. And many times we would use them to speak over them or to do something with them. Watch what you decorate with. If it's in there and it makes you feel the tiniest little bit of the heebie-jeebies, get it out. Get it out. You might say to yourself, oh, Carol, don't you think you're exaggerating? Let's hit the Bible. The Bible always has good facts. Joshua is going to war. God says, Joshua, you will always be successful. Wherever you go, you will win against the enemy. However, do not take certain things into the camp. When you go in and take a nation, there are certain things I do not want you to touch. Don't take it into my camp where my people are. So Joshua goes out to war with the armies of Israel, and they win, and they win, and they win, and they win. Well, there was a guy named Achan who didn't listen to the voice of God because he was greedy. It says that Achan brought home to the camp bars of gold and silver. Now, you don't get bars of gold and silver out of someone's house. He was in the temple. That's where the bars of gold and silver are. Study your Bible, you'll see I'm right. It also says they took a Babylonish, very colorful garment, like a coat. Whenever anything in the temple dealt with a particular deity, you would put out a mantle and you'd go before the deity and worship him, and on the back of your coat usually was a picture of that deity or something that was attached to that. Well, Achan didn't think there was anything wrong with it, man. Hey, it was really expensive and really nice, and what's the harm? It's just a thing. And he took it, and he snuck it into the camp of Israel and hid it in his tent. No big thing, just a cape, just cloth, just weaved. What's the problem, folks? Well, the problem is whenever Israel went out to fight again, the enemy overtook them. Now watch, it overtook them. They were losing against the enemy. So Joshua gets all upset and falls down on his face and starts blaming God, which a lot of us do, including me. Well, why is this happening? After all, you're the one who said go into the nations. You're the one who said we'd always win. You're the one who said we have the victory. Why are men dying? What's happening? God said to Joshua, read it, get up off the floor now, like a man, stand up. He said, you have the accursed thing in the camp. Get it out. Now, what's the problem, folks? It's just a Babylonish robe. What's the problem? What the problem is God said, there are things attached to those things. And I don't want them amongst my people, because when they're amongst my people and you go against the enemy, you lose. You got cancer in the house, financial difficulty, rebellious children, sickness, poverty, oppression, depression. Check and see if you have the accursed thing in your house, and then when you come against the enemy, you won't lose. So you see, ladies and gentlemen, there is connections to these things, and I could go on and on. We need as a church to go home and clean house. You teenagers who have all these trashy CDs and tapes in the house that are rotting your brains and making these unsaved men and women richer than you could ever imagine in your wildest dreams. It's time to get the trash out of your house. If they don't worship your God, who is their God? What does light have to do with darkness? Why are you being entertained by them? Of what good or what worth can they be to you? Other than they love your money.